What is up, YouTube? I've just recently finished 2 books, so I will be talking to you about the other one in a video that I'm filming right after this one. But there's a couple things that I wanted to talk to you about before I get into the book review. I have finished reading Death Masks and Under the Dome. Today's gonna be Death Mask, and then I'm gonna film Under the Dome after that. But I got all my grad school books in, and so I told you I was gonna show you those when I got them in. So, The Pastor by Eugene Peterson. There's also Personality Type and Religious Leadership. Principles of the Enneagram. I'm not too excited about too many of these. The Holy Longing, The Search for Christian Spirituality by Ronald Rolheiser. Emotional Intelligence. I had to take the Strengths Finder test, and this is done by the exact same people. So it's not really a book, but more of like a reference book after you take the test. So it's like, great, I spent $50 on that, I bet. Pastoral Theology and the Classical Tradition. Andrew, who was it? Oh, Pervez. I don't know. Never heard of him before. Blessed Connections. Relationship that Sustains Vital Ministry. Judith Schwans. She's one of my professors. Care of Creation. Edited by Joseph Colson. He's one of my professors. The Lost World of Genesis 1. Ancient Cosmology and the Origins Debate. John Walton. So these here are going to be some pretty interesting stuff to discuss and read. Everything else is going to be boring. So when I get around to doing these for class, then I will talk about them with you guys. I don't want to like get too far ahead and then like forget stuff when it comes to class time. So I will do a video, not like a whole video series or anything like that, but I'll do a video where I talk about some of the cool stuff that I learned from these. Alright, and I have not read this, but this is next on my list, Horns by Joe Hill. I read The Fireman, which is right there, and I loved it, so I gotta pick up and read Horns. I'm currently reading The Familiar by Mark Z. Danielewski. It's really weird. Not weird in a House of Leaves way, but weird in like a it's hard to read kind of a way. Tanner has already read it, and he's read the second one already, so he's on the third one, and he says that they get better and they get easier to read. So, you know, I'm only a third of the way through the book, so it's gonna get better, I hope. And I'm currently reading Survivor, and I'm almost... Ooh. Focus. That's good enough, I guess. Survivor by Chuck Palahniuk. It's interesting. I'm almost done with it. Only got a few more chapters left. But let's talk about the book for today. Death Masks. Jim Butcher has done a really great job at titling his books with something that's exactly in the story. Like the last one was Summer Night, and it sounded cool. You're like, oh, Summer Night, like it's a summer evening, but it was also spelled Summer Night with a K, and then it was about a summer night. You're like, oh, Full Moon, which FOOL Moon was about werewolves. Grave Peril was about like ghosts and such, and then Death Masks. I don't understand why it's called Death Masks. I think it could have had a better title. It was a great story. I loved it. I was telling Lauren about it, and she's like, wow, there's a lot of like religious symbolism in this? And I said, there is, because the main bad guys are the denarii, which are, or the denarians, that's how they call themselves, which are basically people who have taken one of the 30 silver that Judas was given when he was paid to betray Christ. So they each have one of the silver, and it gives them, they basically become possessed by a demon. So the denarians are they get stronger the more like pain that they inflict upon people. Not necessarily killing people makes them strong, but like torturing people and like causing pain and suffering and stuff like that, that makes them stronger. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to I'm trying to make sure that I'm not spoiling anything. They're after the Shroud of Turin, which is a relic. It's from the Christian tradition. It's the shroud that Christ was wrapped in. They're after that, and so is I'm just trying not to spoil it. There's a couple different groups after the shroud, and Dresden gets tasked to get the shroud back. So it's a story about all these there's 3 or 4 different groups that are after the shroud, and Dresden's trying to save it, basically. So it's a great story. I enjoyed it. Blood Rights is next. I'll probably get to that once I finish Horns. I'm gonna do Horns. That's what I said. I was gonna do Horns after I finish Survivor. But once I finish Horns, I'll get to Blood Rights, which is the next story in the Dresden Files. But it's I really enjoy the Dresden Files. If you've not read them, you're missing out, because what does it say? Butcher's Tale meld the wonder and fun of the Harry Potter series, but with an adult tone and attitude. So if you're like me and you don't read young adult, but you feel like you're missing out on the whole world of witchcraft and wizardry, these are definitely, put it in the frame. These are definitely go-to books. I mean, they're easy to read. I mean, fun little paperbacks, you know? So I would have to give this book 3 out of 5. 3.5 out of 5. It's good. It's really good. I enjoyed it a lot. So I guess that's it. I talked about all the new books that I got in, what I'm currently reading, what I've recently finished, what's up next. So, did the review. Alright, so I guess I'll catch you guys later. What's up, everybody? Thanks for watching the video. You saw what's coming up, what just happened, and new things that I'm reading. So if you like this video, make sure you like it, and then watch some of these other videos. These are great videos. Alright. Catch you guys next time.